Whose camera do you usually use for recording this? Do you use your phone?
Yeah, dude. I use my phone every time. I only record on... I only record 720 because, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, people don't need to see 1080 me, like, sitting here, you know?
No, bro,
like,
they have to see how beautiful we are, how pretty we
yeah,
are.
I was just telling my homie, because he's like, hey, what do you use to record? I'm like, I just use my phone, and I just put it on 720 because, like, fuck it, you know? Like, people don't need to watch
me.
me.
Keep riding out this entire podcast.
My shorts are already
everybody's going to get, like, view of my white legs.
It's all good. We're good. Fuck it, we're good. But, yeah, so he was telling me, asking me, and I could tell maybe it has something to do with maybe the quality isn't as high as some other videos, but I'm like, bro, I'm sitting here. Like, I don't need people looking at me that closely, you know?
Don't need to know that I have a zit, like, right here.
Yeah, like, they're good, right? Like, but yeah, so.
I don't have a zit, by the way. I was just kidding.
I'm pretty clean faced too, bro. I'm not breaking out or anything. Maybe I'm past that puberty stage finally at 25.
I still got that beard growing. I'm trying to get the mustache going.
I just got a haircut too, so it's pretty fresh cut. You got
see the cut. You're wearing a hat, bro.
Oh, but the cut's kind of it's like whatever.
Look how long my hair is.
It's a little short. I used to have the undercut, but I'm feeling. Oh, you need you got a little wild hair. What are you trying to do with that?
All right. So my thing right now is that I'm trying to grow it out till like my first day of med school, whenever that may be,
and just see how far it goes.
Just see how long it gets.
All right, so 22nd episode of 100 Podcast. I brought my boy CJ Silva on, fucking football player. I played football with him in high school, and now he's on his way to be a doctor. I think, right? That's what your hope is.
Yeah.
And yeah. Hope. Bringing the homie on, just talking about school and talking about, actually like smart stuff today, hopefully. Hopefully we can talk about some intelligence.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, we can talk about whatever.
You're like, nah, I want to drink and just chill, dog. Fuck that shit.
I mean, that's what we need during this current, like, outbreak, this pandemic.
How do you feel about that, especially with what you're trying to be? Like, and what type of doctor would you want to be? Like, what would your main focus be if you could choose right now?
Okay, so how I feel about that, I'm kind of at like a crossroads, because like the healthcare person in me is like, I want everybody to stay home. I get it. I get how crowded hospitals can get, especially since like in the Valley we only have like three main hospitals. We have Desert Regional, we got Eisenhower, we got JFK.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's the only hospitals that we have. Like, if you were out here in DHS, or even, like, in, like, Whitewater or something like that, the closest hospital you go to is Desert Regional. That's, like, a long time away. So, each hospital's getting, like, a lot of people. So, I'd strayed away from that. The point I was trying to make was, like, I get it. Like, I want this to be, like, easy on the healthcare workers. Well, not easy. Nothing's easy. But, like, I want this to be... I don't want this to make it, like, completely impossible for them.
Yeah.
But, like, the other side of me is also, like, hey, I want to hang out with my friends. Where was this concern for, other outbreaks? You remember swine flu back in 2009, right?
I don't remember exactly the year, but I remember swine flu. I remember, I think they ended up closing, one school maybe? Because one kid had got it. But they didn't do anything else besides that. And that was, like... a pretty scary flu going on.
We were even making fun of it. That was when we were freshmen in high school or something like that. I think. Yeah.
Might have been high school. I think it was freshman year in high school around then.
I remember people making jokes about that. I'm like, I mean, that was pretty scary as an outbreak and a pandemic of itself. But like, I also get that everybody's taking this shit seriously too, which you should, because nobody's seen this virus before. But like I was talking about, on the other side of me, it's just like, I want to go out and hang out with my friends too, and I'm on that side where the government can't tell us what to do, that, because it's like, everybody's all afraid that we're gonna get into like martial law or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna progress that much.
I don't think so either. Yeah. And also I think the Coachella Valley, we had that little outbreak of the coronavirus kind of in that old folks home or wherever it was at. I don't remember exactly, but it doesn't seem like it's expanding that much in the valley. It seems like wherever it happened at, it seems like it's kind of they kind of closed it down a little bit. It seems like it's been stopped where it's at. So I don't really see it being as dangerous here, but obviously like New York, I saw New York, their total is just going up dramatically, like hundreds every day.
It's a tight city in New York. There's just
too many people on top of each other.
Yeah,
and then LA, I think the same thing. It's obviously going to end up start going
a hell
up.
Of people. I'm so glad I moved out of LA.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
You lived
people
in LA?
there. Yeah,
LA?
I lived in LA for a year when I went to UCLA.
So let's go into it a little bit since you did. Where'd you go for school? What'd you end up getting? Like what degrees did you get and where you headed now?
That's a long ride, dude.
Let's listen, dog. It's college. Everybody wants to hear about college. Everybody likes that. That's the best time of your life, bro. Is it not?
Everybody likes college until you get to college, and then you divide into two people. Where you're like the first type of person when you get to college is just like, all right, I like this. I realize that it's difficult, but I need it to get through and get the career that I want. I'm that type of person. The other type of people that I meet there is just like, oh shit, you know what? There's so many social opportunities. Let's party, join a frat.
Let's have some fun. That's really. You know?
Let's hoe around a little bit and things like that.
And you kind of had a goal. You were going through with a goal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I cross that line a little bit every now and then. Just to have fun though. Everybody has fun in college. That's like that's one of the paramounts. It's like the pillar to survive college. You need to have fun. You can't just study every night and think that everything is okay. You need a social life too, You can't just hole yourself in.
Oh yeah, exactly. You definitely you gotta be well rounded, and obviously that's part of it. Being social, you gotta be able to talk to people.
Well rounded, like the beer belly that you get after you graduate college.
Exactly, dude. Hey, that is real, right? Like that college 15 or whatever, that freshman 15 they call it or whatever, man.
It is.
I don't know what it is, dude, but I gained 50, bro. I gained 50.
Everybody's like freshman 15. You're like freshman 50.
Bro, what's up? I was like 270, dog. I get at my fattest in college, bro, and so that shit's real. If you don't give a fuck, and if you
that's burly boy status, right?
Yeah, and it was depressing, dog. Like especially when you go from being an athlete to being like that, where you feel like you can't even bro. I remember one time I was snowboarding, bro, and it was hard for me to strap on the straps. And I was leaning down and I was breathing. I was breathing heavy and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong?" You're already out of breath
after you got the first strap.
Bro.
You just ran a marathon.
It's just real, man. You got to take care of yourself. When you don't have nobody watching over you, don't have your parents or whoever, whoever's your guardian, your grandma, whoever. If you don't have them watching over you every day, bro, you start not giving a fuck and you start not paying attention to those little things, and especially eating or working out or just
especially
a lot of that shit. Yeah,
not pushing yourself to go to the gym every day. I know that when the gyms were open, every time that I saw you, you were saying that you're going twice a day and all that. I don't even go twice a day, so you're much past me in that.
Yeah, I just had to. It was just it's my way to. It's almost like that meditation and stuff. It's almost my meditation, so I take it like that.
It's like an escape.
Yes.
Your body.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like an escape from all your worries and your troubles.
And I feel like I've preached that on I have 20 podcasts. I've preached it on 10 of them. How much I love the gym and how much it's an escape.
I mean, everybody I noticed. You associate yourself with like-minded people that are fit, or at least try and keep themselves fit and go to the gym.
Yeah,
especially
I've done the other route, bro. I've done like especially in college, for that example, I sat there and I just smoked weed all day and played video games and I did good in school, obviously. Yeah, bro. But you gotta kind of put your priorities, you gotta figure out your priorities and I figured them out and obviously I started. The first way I did it was if I go to the gym today, then I can smoke. So then it started being like that. Okay, I got to go to the gym first and then I'll smoke. And then as soon as that started getting a routine, then it was okay, I'm finally in control of my shit. Now I'm the shit that I got to get done first is what I do. And then I'll smoke after that, And I just feel like you got to get your shit done first,
Yeah.
I don't know. And obviously you would know the most, You're 20, what, 25?
24.
24 and you're already you already are focused on being a doctor, the next step is already you already planned your shit out. You've planned years ahead and a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people plan fucking today. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's crazy. You know, just always pushing to be the next level, and you always gotta grind, bro. People think you get to a certain point and it's just like, oh, I did it, and it's not. It never is like that. Life's definitely not like that.
Yeah, it's a rough path. I want to take it back to that little reward system that you're talking about. How like you go work out and you get shit that you need to get done for the day, and then you smoke.
Yeah,
that was exactly me, dude. That was exactly me.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, came out of high school. I was like, okay, you know, I have all this. I have a lot more freedoms now, so I can do whatever I want. That means like I can drink, even if I was under 21. You know, not condoning illegal activities, but you know, let's be real. Who had their first taste of alcohol?
And on top of that, what cop didn't drink before 21? You fucking assholes! Don't be arresting these little teenagers.
They're gonna think that they're saints, that they never like smoked weed or touched a joint or something like that.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's some people that have like never like touched a joint, but
my dad definitely. That's weird, bro. That's weird.
And it's like
there's crazy people that have that control, that self-control, that never even tried it, and they're just like, nah. I'm good, dude, and my dad trips me out, bro. Just one of those.
Shout out to the straight edge people. There's like a crowd of like straight edge, like you know, it's like it came from the punk scene back in the 70s and 80s.
I've heard of that actually. Yeah. So go on with that. I want to hear about that a little bit.
So like you know how the punk scene got all big in the 70s and 80s because like you know every kid just wanted to be like you know fuck you. Like that. Yeah. So it came from like the hardcore scene. The hardcore is just like where everybody's just like screaming, and you have those mosh pits where like people look like they're like fighting ghosts and demons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It came from the hardcore scene. It came from that type of music, and they just were like, all right, we're not gonna drink alcohol, we're not gonna smoke, we're not gonna do any drugs. We're just gonna go hard and like just scream our brains out and just you know talk about our feelings, you know, but in the form of a song, you know.
That's so crazy. That was like their shit. That was their vice.
That was the origin of straight edge. So people out there that heard the term straight edge, that's you know, I can get fact checked on, but you know I'm pretty sure. No.
I heard that actually on the Joe Rogan Experience. There was a guy who had a band in like the same time period, 80s or whatever, and that was the shit. Was they didn't do any drugs, didn't do anything. They were just yelling, you know. It was just punk. You know,
they were stone cold sober, and they were just like fucking going ham on the stage, and you know it's mostly the singers because they don't have any instruments that they have weighing them down, so they just like go fucking. They go ham. They get the crowd going, and everybody that has a guitar.
Is that your recommended music? Is that your favorite genre
for working out? Yeah, for hardcore. I can see that. Straight edge isn't like a musical genre, but it's like a way of life that came from hardcore punk.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
My my go-to music for working out, hardcore stuff, hardcore punk, like hardcore rap even. Like I'll just like listen to. Like sometimes Migos pumps me up a little bit, just like if I'm gonna go for
just
like
feeling that energy a little bit.
Yeah,
I got you.
Or like just like a mix of the two, like Rage Against the Machine. I was so pumped to see them next month, dude.
Do you think they're gonna be there in October?
Yeah, they'll be there in October.
You think so?
They already confirmed so that they're gonna be in October. Do
you think there's gonna be a lot of changes? Because we're talking about Coachella, obviously, because of the whole coronavirus thing. Do you think?
Sad days.
Do you think October there's gonna be a lot of changes on the artists? Because I think personally, just from them changing it from April to October, like I feel like they already have a lot of dates set and stuff. You know, a lot of artists have dates set for October, so I feel like there might be a lot of changes at artists. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
So there's. Have you ever heard of the website Reddit? Like Reddit,
yeah.
Okay.
I like Reddit actually. I'm not on it all the time, but I like it.
Definitely. Yeah, you don't even have to be on it all the time. It's a good website. Just like go when you're bored.
You can find some shit. You can find some facts too.
Yeah.
You can
they
know everything.
Some good news information. And stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So the website Reddit, they have their own little forum, which are called subreddits, and they have a subreddit for like the actual Coachella event. There's more beer in the little.
Yeah, I got. There's two right here, two that are out. You want them?
We can like show them off. We do Lagunitas around here.
Bro.
That's the best beer.
We drinking on this shit. We drinking on this podcast.
Lagunitas sponsor Troy Roberts.
Sponsor the 100 podcast, man. Let's go. Let's get a sponsor out here, bro. Like 100 podcast, become a supporter on Anchor. as little as 99 cents a month. Become a dude. Hit me up if anybody has a business. You want to be a sponsor on here, bro? Hit me up. I'll figure it out. I'll talk about your guys' business. I don't care. I'll talk about whatever.
Just be like a giant ad, like right here in the middle of people talking.
Exactly.
Show a commercial.
I want to, man. Anybody, especially in the Valley, because that's where all my listeners are. Especially right now, like if you're in the Valley, you should be hitting me up. Especially if you're a business. That'd be kind of cool, you know, like, especially since I have, like, maybe, like, 100 viewers on YouTube or whatever, like, on my videos right now. That'd be kind of tight for a business to have, like, some sort of ad on here because only, like, 100 people would see it at the moment. So then it'd be like, you're not going to lose a lot of money, even if you did an ad, you know, like, what, a couple people are going to use it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or, like, you know.
Especially nowadays, like quarantine. You know,
exactly.
People, they need delivery, like food and all that. Exactly. You know that little pizza factory in La Quinta that's, like, right off of Highway 111?
I know what you're talking about.
It used to be that, what's it called, Lamppost Pizza? You remember that place?
Didn't it used to be called the Pizza Factory, too?
I think so.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
There was like two iterations.
It had like the brewery right next. Yeah. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was just thinking about that because I was driving and like.
You want me to open this one for you?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost finished with that one.
Yeah.
I like to keep a steady flow.
Let's do
it. That's a life metaphor right there. Yeah, I like to keep a steady flow.
Steady flow.
Like I like to keep things steady. Because you know everything that's going on. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I like, you know, with this whole quarantine stuff and this new virus and things like that. Like, you know, that's a good motto, right? Keep life steady flow.
Yeah, like I just think that's a good way to look at it, especially when. Like, through the goods and the bads, you know, don't get too up, don't get too down. Like you're saying, keep a steady flow. I think that's the same thing, you know? If you have a bad day, it doesn't mean, like, oh, fuck my life, you know? And if you have a good day...
over, yeah.
Yeah, if you have a good day, it doesn't mean, like, oh, I'm fucking amazing and fuck everybody else, you know? Like, you know, you gotta kind of keep it, you know? Just like you said, keep a steady flow.
Get some good shit going on in your life, get some bad shit going on, you just balance it out and just stay the same.
Stay cool, yeah, exactly. Stay grounded, bro. Stay grounded.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Staying grounded is like, you know, depending on your situation, it's pretty hard. You know, it's good to have a good support system. It's good to have, you know, good outs. You know, like working out, for example.
And it's hard right now, bro. Especially when dude, I'm like, how are
you surviving in this like?
I'm not, dude. I'm not working out much. Like I rode my bike yesterday. I went on a pretty good bike ride. Like, from La Quinta, I started on Miles in Washington, basically. Miles in Washington. I went down, and I went to Walmart area, like right there on like Adams. I went all the way down through Walmart, through Chevron, through Costco, right there on like Dune Palms.
Yeah. All
the way to Jefferson, and then went all the way back up through. So it's probably like maybe like a 7 mile bike ride, something like that. I usually have it on my watch, but I didn't have my
track, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't have my watch on though, and I usually kind of so I know it was like one of my longer rides, so it's probably like 6 or 7 miles, but I did that, dude, and I've been working out with just a barbell. Like I don't have any weights. I have literally a barbell, no weights on it, so I'm doing like basic ass like curls. And then, like, you can do, like, push-ups, obviously. I was doing pull-ups on, dude. I was doing pull-ups on a trampoline, dog. Yeah. I was holding on the edge of the trampoline. I just had my legs up.
How big is the trampoline?
Dude, you're the floor. I was, just, like, trying to do that's how I was doing, dude. Like, I was, like... My feet were up. I was holding my feet up, and I was like, oh.
That's almost like doing like an ab workout or something.
Kinda,
like
yeah. You're keeping it flexed too. Yeah, keep it so.
That can work your biceps if you're pulling up like that.
Yeah. So I was doing that shit. I was doing like, you know, incline push-ups like on the trampoline. I was just kind of like leaning on it and just kind of like, and not even that it's hard, but I just like flexing my muscles like really hard, like trying to like get a real workout, but. Bro, not shit, dude. I hate it. Like, I need the gym, dog. Like, it's my life, bro. The gym it keeps me calm because when I don't have the gym, I'm an asshole, bro. Like, I'm a dick, dude. Like, I fucking, people piss me off and I get all worked up and, like, when I have the gym, I'm cool. I'm collected. Like, if somebody does something stupid, I'm like, no big deal. But when I have the gym, dude, like, I'm ready to go off on fucking everybody, dude. And it's not a good thing, bro. It's not a good thing. The gym keeps me calm.
I've kind of noticed that too over the past like couple weeks. I've just been like wired.
a little more aggressive, huh? Yeah. A little more like, fuck, nah, I'm ready to pop off on somebody, you know? And not that you want to be that way. It's just like the gym. I've heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast a million times, you know? Like we evolved from these fucking people getting chased by wild animals and shit, so we still have that in us to where you think like, oh, you know, like you got something, like you always feel like you have something going on, or you got to get this energy out, because back in the day we were getting chased by fucking animals and we were trying to survive, and now we're just chilling.
I'm so glad we're not living in those days.
Dude, I know, like yeah.
It's like a fucking saber-toothed tiger just like running you down. Just like, I'm not about that right now.
For real, bro.
I can't even run like 20 yards without just like being all, you know, huffing and puffing. You know,
and you know, like, we're their food, but they're our food too. So we got to figure out a way to maybe hunt those motherfuckers that are gonna fuck us up. You know, like kill maybe 2 of us on the way.
And we can't. If you truly look at it, like, humans are pretty weak compared to like all the rest of the predators in the wild.
Yeah, what the guns? What was that? Like, why'd they build us like that? What's up, God or universe or whoever built us, bro?
Like, why are we only like 6 feet tall and like, you know, like 200 pounds, and you have a tiger that's like fucking 10 feet long and it's like 400 pounds? That's the smallest tiger that they have.
Bro, and they're sad. And then you got those monkeys and gorillas that are just savages, bro. That'll just fuck you up, dude. They'll rip your fingers off and all that good shit. They'll rip your dick off and all that. Have you heard of that? That monkeys and chimpanzees and shit, like they're like so human like they get jealous. Like let's say like you give one monkey like a cupcake and you don't give the other monkeys one.
Yeah.
Like, they get worked up, right?
Yeah.
And there's a story of this guy, like he went back, he had this monkey and something happened, the monkey bit somebody or something, so he had to like take him to like a sanctuary, like a monkey sanctuary. And
the monkey was jealous. He didn't get the cookie. He didn't get the
wait,
cookie.
No. And it was the monkey's birthday, so he brought the monkey a cake. And so the other monkeys saw that he brought his monkey a cake, and so the other monkeys found out a way to get out of the cage, and they fucking fucked that guy up, dog. They ripped his fingers off, and they go to the things that they think are most precious to you. So they ripped his dick off, they ripped his balls off, like shit like that, bro. Like, and this is a true story.
I find those pretty precious.
Yeah, it's a true story. Like what the, and I don't know. We come from those things, so I could see why people are pretty fucked up. You know.
You want me to blow your mind right now? They don't even train, bro. They don't even go to the gym and train, and they're already that strong. Imagine if apes and monkeys trained. Imagine if they went to the gym or like did anything that's analogous to like working out in the wild.
Yeah, we'd be fucked, dude. We're already fucked.
You know,
we're only lucky because we have a brain. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And not that they don't, because they have some sort of brain, but obviously,
a little smarter.
Yeah, we got a little bit extra.
Yeah,
you know?
We got guns.
What do you think upon that? Like, why do you think we got that? Why do you think we got that extra little?
So I think just to like start, I think a common thing that not a lot of people realize is that we don't come directly from apes. We have a common, you know how people like joke around, and my voice just cracked right there.
I've done that a few times. I'm like, damn, I'm still going.
24 and still going through puberty.
Yeah, what the?
There's a lot of people think that, a lot of people joke around that, they're like, oh, there's a missing link or some shit like that. We don't come exactly from monkeys as far as the evolutionary theory goes. We have a common ancestor. So there was one species that we think was related between us and monkeys that came for us to be along.
Did we find that species? Do we know which one it is?
I'm no anthropologist, but I've seen that they're making closer and closer advances to like figuring out there's a link. The latest that I can like drop a name right now is have you ever heard of Australopithecus, like the caveman or Neanderthals or something like that?
I actually, in college, I took anthropology or whatever it's called, like the whatever it is when the guy talked about all that shit, like
yeah,
like all the our ancestors and all that shit, basically like all the different types of humans,
like where humans came from, basically.
Yeah.
It's So anyway, the evolution. I think the reason why that we have better critical thinking skills is just because of the fact that of a life or evolution, whatever you want to call it.
Dude, have you ever heard of the shroom?
The shroom.
I don't know exactly what it's called, but it basically like the shroom theory.
Don't tell anybody, but I've taken shrooms before.
I've taken shrooms.
Hey,
shout out shrooms, dog. If anybody's got some good shrooms, I love shrooms.
Hey, hit us up. I would like that.
Dude, shrooms, honestly, if you've never taken shrooms, take them, and I'm just gonna let you guys know a little bit. Might as well. Shrooms, a little on topic, might as well just go. Shrooms, if you're gonna take them, don't take them as if you're gonna get high. Like, take them as if you're gonna learn something. Like, for sure, take them as if you're gonna change your way of thinking or like something like that. Like, cause it's not to get high, bro. Like people that take them to get high, I feel like you're wasting your time. I feel like it's kind of a waste, and definitely take them in a good mindset. Don't take them when you're feeling like a piece of shit, when you're just fucking people over and. Because they'll show you the truth. They'll show you how much of a piece of shit you are if you are. So they'll show
you how much of a dick you really are.
Yeah, dude. Like if you treat people like shit.
Though. I feel that.
Yeah. So definitely shrooms. I don't know. I love them, man. I love it for sure. I haven't taken them like a whole bunch. I've only taken them a few times, but just every time I take them, dude, I don't have no bad. Like when people say they have bad trips, it trips me out. It's like, what do you mean? Like you have bad? Like I don't know. I've just enjoyed every time.
Bad energy. Maybe you're
exactly. I kind of feel like that. Yeah.
I don't want to be around you if I'm not having a good trip.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think those are nice. Like obviously, I like weed. I like weed too, but I want to try.
I'm just like weed. I love weed.
I want to try DMT. To be honest, DMT would be very interesting. Hey, I've never tried it. I want to try it. Yeah. But yeah, so what got us on the shrooms? Oh, the shroom theory. So
you just bring yourself back.
Let's go. The shroom theory, right?
Shroom theory.
So supposedly, because our brain expanded at a substantial rate, right? Yeah. Like at one point, somehow the human brain went from like a certain size. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the numbers. To a certain size to another certain size. Research it, Google it, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, do your own homework.
Yeah, but one of the theories is that we found shrooms. And what had happened was one of these fucking caveman motherfuckers were eating shrooms, right? And that's what expanded our brain was we kept eating shrooms, so like it kept making our brain think differently and like it made us evolve. And that's one of the theories I've heard it on the Joe Rogan Experience. I listen to Joe Rogan every fucking day. I'm a fucking Joe Rogan fanboy, but fuck you guys if you're hating. But it is what it is.
He's a dope dude.
Yeah.
I don't listen to him as much as you probably do, but he's a dope dude every time I listen to him.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, that's one of the theories on what made us get to where we're at. I don't know if it's true. It's probably not true, like all the other theories, but it's interesting. It's an interesting theory.
I mean, that's the whole point of calling something a theory is that you don't know if it's true and you don't know if it's false.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a somebody was like, hey, I gathered all this information, I gathered all this evidence of what I think is going on here, and I'm gonna make theories just are basically like an educated guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a lot of information like back that shit up.
You have like a lot of research. Would you be like? Yeah. You're like, all right. It kind of like coincides with this. It looks
technically
like
gravity is still a theory, if I remember correctly. The theory of gravity, not law of gravity. It's the theory of gravity.
I don't know. I'm not getting into that.
We still don't understand how gravity works. We know we have an idea, but we don't understand. I mean, we're sitting down right now, right? We're not floating.
Yeah.
It's
so
working.
we didn't even finish it actually. But what are you trying to be, bro? What is your
we're going
goal?
back.
Let's go back. I jump everywhere, dog.
That's
this
okay.
is my
like
podcast.
That.
Cause I don't want to forget what I wanted to talk about, and we didn't finish it, and we'll get everywhere.
I like that.
I remember everything, I remember everything. So
you're an elephant, bro.
Let's go. Elephants remember everything? Or what? Yeah. Really? Is that a damn? We're gonna have to go on elephants right now. So elephants, I know they're afraid of rats. Aren't they afraid of rats?
That's like a lot.
That's a theory.
I'm not a biologist. I don't know shit.
Okay, but okay, they remember everything.
That's the joke. Is that if you have the memory of an elephant, supposedly you remember everything. So,
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Okay, I appreciate the compliment, but I definitely don't remember everything. I'm a stoner. I have a stoner memory, dude.
You're like preaching to the choir right now, man.
Ask my parents, dude. Shout out to my parents. I forget everything they tell me to do. I love you guys, but it is what it is.
I don't even remember what I ate yesterday for lunch.
No?
I legit cannot remember what I ate yesterday for lunch. I think it was like orange chicken, leftover orange chicken.
Don't even get me talking about food, bro. Let's keep from talking about food.
Yeah, all right. I'm okay with keeping it up.
Hey, I've been trying to keep it cool, man. I've been really trying not to eat, bro. Like,
yeah, I was like knocking my beer up and down on your couch.
It's all good, dog.
We're Gucci though. We're Gucci.
It's not. I'm not sure. That's why it's pleather or whatever, or fleather or fake leather, whatever they call it.
I've never heard pleather. I like that.
Yeah, but
let's just call it pleather. That sounds like some bougie shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's
call
red too. Like this shit's
just
like
leather. This couch is nice.
Yeah, I sleep on this shit sometimes. This shit is not the most comfortable, but hey, it is what it is. I enjoy it. It is what it is. But I was gonna say, oh yeah, my food. Fucking bro, I'm trying not to eat, bro. I was doing pretty good.
Not to eat either.
I was doing pretty good, and now I feel like I'm kind of starting to fall off the wagon. Like today, I just had a burger. I had a nice cheeseburger, and I don't know, bro. Actually, I haven't been that bad. How do you feel? How do you feel? Yeah, I haven't been that bad. How do you feel about you think, are you gonna, when you get back in the gym after however long, you think you're gonna be about where you were at, or you think you're gonna have to like kind of get back?
Yeah, I mean, like for all my lifts, so like I do a bunch of like strength stuff. So I'll do like 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps for whatever exercise, like bench or squat or something like that. So I keep it heavyweight. I think if by the time I go back, which I'm not.
Are you still working out right now?
I'm like trying to with body weight and stuff like that.
It's hard, huh? It's not even interesting, really. I'm just like, I don't want to sit here and do push-ups all day. Like,
you know that park in the Cove, the one with the baseball field?
Yeah.
They have like these little like machines where you can like put your body weight on and you can just like push it.
I've been doing those. Is it still? Is the caution tape still ripped off?
It's still on there, yeah. But people ripped it off, and I was able to work there like last week.
Yeah, I've kind of worked out there.
That's the only thing that I have going on right now. So it's like body weight and stuff. Like at my dad's in Ukaipa, he actually has like a weight set in his garage because my brother likes to work out there. But it's like it's not enough. It only goes up to like 200 pounds, and like
really,
I can't. I squat much more than that, bench much more than that. So it's like I'm not.
It feels like it's not doing much.
It's not enough.
It's kind of weird, huh? When you get to like a certain weight, well, like when it's so light, where it's like it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like if you can feel it, like my muscles aren't even getting a workout.
Bro, I already feel like I'm getting small right now. Like I already lost 3 pounds.
I feel like I've lost weight too, bro. And it's muscle probably, and it's like so depressing. I'm just like, oh, because I don't want to have to work it back.
I heard that after like 3 weeks, like there's a 3-week window or whatever you want to call it, or
when your muscles go down or what?
Yeah, after 3 weeks, it's like you start to atrophy, which is like the medical term for losing size.
Yeah.
Muscle and stuff like that.
I knew it. When you said it, I knew it, but I didn't remember the word, so I had to wait for somebody to say it.
Well, because Gleason used it before, like in the strength training room, he would be like, you know how he'll always say, like, after 2 weeks, you're going to lose your strength or something like that, for when we go, like, spring break or summer break, and everybody's just like, oh, but bro.
And it's still only been, what, not even 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So it's
been, like, after this week, it will be 2 weeks.
And I've been kind of working out.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's been like a full 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it's like how I've been considering it, it's like just rest time. It's like it's a much needed rest break.
The body's kind of recovering, right? Yeah.
I mean, if you're anything like me, you've been, I know you have been. You've been working out for like the past year or 2 years. I've been seeing you
every day at the fucking gym.
Straight. It's nice to have like a quick break. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like there will be like some stretches of days where I don't work out, like probably like 1 to 2 days, and it's just like, I feel all right because I play video games. I keep with my friends. I play video games a lot, so I keep busy.
Yeah. Hey, you need to. What do you play on? Xbox or PlayStation?
So I used to play on Xbox, but I built my own computer, so I play on the computer now.
But you can play with anybody, basically.
I can play with anybody. I can play PC. Like I have Modern Warfare right now, and that's cross-plat. So I can play, like PC players can play with Xbox players, and Xbox and PC players can play with PlayStation players.
Before you even get into this, I'm so happy we got into video games. I love video games. I haven't gotten into video games with anybody, so I love it. So yeah, go ahead. Let's keep on talking. Crossplay, if you guys don't know, is fucking PlayStation, Xbox, everybody playing together. Mobile. fucking PC, everything.
Which is pretty new. Like
it is pretty new.
Not a whole lot of games before this year were cross-play.
There was a lot of time where they were saying they wouldn't allow it. You know, where they weren't gonna, like, Sony wasn't gonna work with Microsoft and shit.
It's all for money, dude. They just want to keep their own fan base and, you know, make sure, oh, you guys can, you know, you want to play online? You can only play online with people that have PlayStation. Fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, but do you feel like the PC gives you an advantage?
Yeah, for like aiming, like when I'm playing Modern Warfare, you have a keyboard and a mouse, right? Yeah. So, you know, when you're playing on Xbox or PlayStation, you have a controller, and you have that little thumbstick, but that thumbstick won't, like, stop on a dime, whereas, like, if you have a mouse, you can stop on a dime. So I always, like, try it out with my sniper. And, you know, it's especially for snipers, you can, like,
I bet that's
stop
good.
it.
Yeah.
You can change, like, how sensitive your mouse is to, like, you know, you can like move it. You can move your arm like that, but only go like this much. So, like, you know, it's very fine. Like, you can just, like, and stuff like that.
So you can be, like, way quicker, and you can, like, just every movement's, like, quick, and you're not, like, moving way across the map looking behind you and shit. Yeah.
So that's a big explanation for why PC players seem to be better than, like, console players. Like, you know, I don't know if you play Modern Warfare or not, but that's, like, a huge complaint for people that play that game. They're like, PC players are too good.
I think my last one I got was maybe Black Ops 3 or something. Was that one of the newer ones? What's one of the newer ones?
Black Ops 4 is a new one.
Which one?
4, I think. Yeah, they have a Black Ops 4.
Is it Black Ops 4? That's the one I just got.
Yeah.
I got that one because I didn't get Call of Duty for maybe like 2 years or 3 years, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll get Black Ops, and I just got it, and it's been fun. It was fun, and then for some reason, one of the updates, it won't update on my PlayStation. Like, I don't know what happened.
It's probably the internet.
Yeah, it'll, like, say, like...
You got the beer burps, too. I got the beer burps all the time.
I get it. I got it on the last episode. Shout out, episode 21, Dejan and Canyon. I was getting the beer burps, too, but fuck it. But, yeah, bro, I it was saying, like, it was having an error or something, so I haven't even played it, and I'm happy I haven't, because I was getting stuck on it, dude. A couple hours. I would put my kids to bed, bro. I put my kids to bed at like 8 or something, bro. I'd be on
daddy's game time. You're like trying to play video games right there.
Till like 2 in the morning, they'd wake up and be like, okay, good night. Go to bed. And, you know, like, sometimes my son will wake up at, like, you know, my older one, like my 4-year-old, he'd wake up at like 2 or something, and he'd see me playing. He'd be like, Daddy, you want to hang out? And I'd be like, all right. He'd hang out with me at like 2 in the morning.
You let TJ watch you just like play video games, things like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, that's the life, though. That's what I can't wait for. If I'm still playing video games by the time I'm a dad, like, I just don't want my kid to come in and be like, hey. And I'll be like, hey, you want to watch me?
Bro, sure. I always said, like, I'm never going to fucking stop playing video games. I even told, like, fucking Cheeky, like, I said it. Like, nah, I'm never going to stop playing. And I stopped for a while, dog, and I try to keep them around a little bit. Like, I have the Nintendo Switch, too. Like, I try to have my kids play video games because, like, it's a passion, bro. I love video games, and the only reason I don't play them as much is just because they take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I love them. I mean,
when you really get into it, like, you know, you can. There's some games. There's some people be like, oh, I play video games, and they'll like play like a game for like 15 minutes and then just stop and like be done for the day. I can't do that.
No
like,
way.
If I get into a game, if I start a game, I'm gonna be playing that game for like minimum like 4 hours.
Yep. And my son, my older son, well, both of them, they like them, but my older son, dude, he'll try to play Call of Duty, bro. I'll have him playing single player, and he'll be running around single player.
Yo, you can have him on your teammate when you guys go to like ranked and stuff like that. He can probably snipe better than you, Troy.
He probably at some point. He's gonna start fucking me up. When he starts fucking me up, I'll be like, nah, I'm not playing no more. Fuck this shit, dude. Nah.
He's probably be like, oh, these guys suck. I'm too good.
Man,
I'm too good.
that happened to my dad, man. You know, like, he used to play with me, and then I think as soon as he started losing all the time, it's like, that's kind of depressing, right? You know,
that's
like,
kind of sad.
Halo, bro. You remember playing Halo? Did
Yep.
you play Halo as a kid?
Yep.
Oh man, Halo was the shit. My dad was the
Yep.
best, dude. My dad. I remember one time he was not gonna see this, so my uncle, he's kind of my uncle, but my aunt, they watched me.
You were like, I don't know if he's gonna see this.
They babysat me, right? And it was like my Uncle Tim, right? And my dad, dude. My dad was the best at Halo. For some reason, he was so good, and he was fucking everybody up. And he fucked this fool up, dude. This is my Uncle Tim, and he would play video games all the time, dude. Hours. My dad didn't even play. Like, he would just play, like,
he would pick it up and just, like, start slaughtering everybody.
My dad's such an asshole, bro. He fucking kills this fool, goes over him, and we're playing together. Like, we're all sitting together, and he just teabags him, dog. He's just, my dad's 50 or 40, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing, yo, man?
He's already teabagging people.
Yeah, bro. Video games are in my blood, man. I love video games, and I think my dad finally just quit on them. Because he was getting beat every time because I just started killing him on every video game.
Did you play him in like any sports games like Madden or
yeah,
2K?
dude. And then when you start destroying him on that, it's over, bro.
I don't know. Like
Did you play your parents at all?
I was the same boat as you. I played my dad in Halo because he was the one that got me and my little brother into video games. Because he was like, we had a PlayStation, or he had a PlayStation, and then we had a PlayStation because my dad had a PlayStation. And then my dad had an Xbox, so automatically that meant we had an Xbox. My dad had an Xbox, so like he would get Halo, he would get like the original Halo all the way back on that like the black Xbox, the original Xbox. Yeah. We would start playing that, and then like I would jump on, like we would play, like Slayer, like so just start shooting at each other, and stuff like that.
Or did you guys ever play and you guys would just get Slayer or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you guys would just get in the Warthog and you guys would just drive into each other.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. And we always like start launching each other.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what my dad did. Like he would have fun with us. Like my little brother was like too young because like when Halo came out, I think we were in. So Halo came out in like 2000 or 2001. So we were like first grade or second grade.
We were pretty young.
We were like babies. But when we actually started playing it, like we would like you would get the Warthog like you're talking about, and then like Halo 2 on the original Xbox, and we just like ran into each other.
Yep.
But when we like started getting into it and like started shooting at each other, like my dad realized that I was getting better than him. And that my little brother, who was only like 4 or 5, is starting to get better than him. So he started like playing me in like Madden and like baseball, like the show and stuff like that. And out of all the games that like I've ever played my dad on, he always beat my ass in Madden. I don't know how he did it, but he always beat my ass.
Really?
In Madden. I played online. I would play with like different people. And like I would always win. It was I wouldn't like slaughter anybody. I wasn't that good at Madden, but I wouldn't slaughter anybody. I would like win by like a touchdown or a field goal or something like that. But I always seemed to win. But with my dad, he beat me like freaking 2 or 3 touchdowns.
My dad would never beat me in Madden. He would never. But not that he played me much, but he never beat me in Madden.
I have to be trash at Madden then. It sounds like because I'm not kidding you. I beat almost everybody that I played like by like 3 points.
What about did you ever play online?
Yeah, I played online. Yeah,
you beating people.
Yeah, I would beat like out of 10 people that I would play, I'd probably beat like 7 of them.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Madden, when you play some people that are pretty savage. Did you ever play FIFA?
I never played FIFA.
No,
I didn't play FIFA online because I was never really like a soccer fan, to be honest with you.
I'm never a soccer fan, but FIFA was always fun. I have FIFA on my Nintendo Switch, and it's like fun as shit, dude. It's
I need to download that game then because I was looking at games to download for my Switch because I also have a Switch. You have online for the Switch? You can add me online. You know that, right? We have like little friend codes and stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, you should add me right now, dude. Yeah. You should let me know whenever after the podcast. But yeah, I enjoy the Switch. I have Mario Kart. I have Super Mario Odyssey. I have Zelda.
You have Smash?
No, but I want it so bad, dude. That's the best game. I just haven't got any new games, dude. I haven't got any new games. I have FIFA. That's the next game I'll get because I've been wanting it, man. Super Smash Brothers is like a fucking classic, dude. It's like.
It's really good for the Switch. It's really good. I play with my friends all the time.
Yeah,
and I play online all the time.
And like especially like, and not only playing online, but it might not come in handy all the time. But just being able to set it up and then having the 2 controllers with somebody else,
like how the phone is, and you just like play right there and like play with your friends.
Especially if you have a lady or something with you, and like you're playing Mario Kart or some game, like bitches that ladies, they're usually not good.
They're like in your space, but you don't want to move, so you bring the Switch over and you're like playing that or something.
Yeah, like but I'm just saying though, like they're usually not very good at video games, So you play like Mario Kart, some basic shit, whatever. Not hating on the ladies, but most ladies aren't very good at video games. But,
yeah, that's true.
But
I know a few.
It's cool, dog. It comes in. It's fun, like you get like, and then my kids like you get like I like it because it's like the little kid games and not that they're little kid games, but some of the games are more like the little kids can play like Mario Kart. They can just race it. You know, they can just move the joystick.
You don't even have to be good at Mario Kart. You just play.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about you.
And then they got the games like Zelda that are fucking weird, dude. Yeah. They're crazy and they're so like
they can keep you busy for hours.
Dude, I was playing Zelda for so long and I'm not even near finished.
I just stopped playing for 6 hours. I'm not even. That's not even that long. If you can believe that, 6 hours. For
it's not very long.
I have friends that played it for like 200 hours and they're still not finished. They're like finding every little thing in the map, like finding every little single thing in the game.
That's what I'm doing, and I stopped playing for a while. I haven't played in a long time, but yeah, that's something I definitely want to get back on. I like video games, so
I mean, now's the perfect time. You know that everybody's like not doing shit and it's supposed to be quarantined in their homes. You know.
Are you into like new technology? Are you into like checking out the new shit coming out, or new video games, or new video game systems, or the new phones, or any of that shit?
Somewhat. I mean, so the phone that I have right now, it's not the newest iPhone, because I got it like 2 years ago, I think. But I've been looking at the there's the iPhone XR or whatever it's called, where they have like 3 cameras or something like that. As far as video games go, like new parts and stuff like that, they have a lot of new parts coming out for the computer, like the
so you built your own PC, as you said, right?
Yeah.
So actually, that's something pretty interesting. What walk me through that? What even got you into building your own PC, and was it hard? Was it like
It's like, so if I were to, like, in one sentence, if I were to put it in one sentence, it's just like, it's like Legos, but for grown-ups. It's like
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Set, yeah, but for grown-ups, it's not that hard to build your own.
You kind of know where everything goes. You just gotta buy the shit.
You gotta, you go on a couple websites. You look at the manuals, and they literally tell you everything that there is, needed to be done, and you plug it into the right place. Sometimes it's a little bit of a heartache. Sometimes there's like tiny wires, and you're like, oh shit, I plugged in the wrong place. That's why my computer's not working or something like that. But it's pretty fun. It's expensive though. Like the computer I got, it's considered like mid-tier, and like
what computer is it?
It's so it's just like a big like tower computer or something like that, and like my screen is a Dell. So, but there's like a whole different like other parts there. Like you get to choose your own parts.
Yeah, you chose basically every part of it, so it's totally custom.
Yeah, and like I saved up for like 4 months for this computer, so it was like about $1,200, and that's I was telling you it was middle tier. So it's not even like you can spend it. There's people that spend like $5,000 on their computer.
Easy,
easy, and just like build it, and like they have the highest settings on every game and stuff like that, and I'm happy with like the medium and the high settings that I have. But they're going like overboard. They have like the ultra settings. They have the bougie shit. And I'm just here with my computer with like the little one fan in there. I'm just playing my fucking video games, and sometimes the computer will shut down because it's like I'm playing on too high.
Bro, I got kids, dog. I'm the cheap ass dog that doesn't spend no money on nothing, dog. I'm playing with just the regular ass PlayStation.
The consoles, yeah. I mean, that's what the consoles are for.
Yeah, bro. Not the PlayStation Pro, not the PS5 that's coming out. None of that. I play with a regular PlayStation 4.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
The consoles are just for people. I mean, the computers. Everybody that plays on the computer. I'm not going to lie.
Have you played any of the virtual reality games?
No, I have. I played some because my roommate in Los Angeles, he had an Oculus. So he would let us try it sometimes like that, especially when he wasn't home, and he'd be like, "Yeah, you guys have like blank checked the Oculus." So I like put it on, and you scan your entire room or whatever room that you're in. So it was like in the living room in our apartment. You scan the entire room for some games so that you can get your boundaries or whatever, and you just start playing. You just start fighting. But the only thing is that you don't know if like somebody's like where you're at, so you gotta. People around you have to be careful that you're not
to get punched or something.
Yeah, you're not gonna you're not just gonna go at them with like a swing or something. Like fucking knock somebody out or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, spinning elbow and shit.
Yeah. But I tried it a few times. It's I mean, I'm not crazy about it, but it's not bad. So
I have
Have you tried it?
I actually have the PlayStation VR. So obviously for the PlayStation 4, I have the VR system.
I've never heard of PlayStation before. What's PlayStation, Troy?
The VR though.
Oh,
the VR.
okay.
Have you heard of the VR system?
Yeah, I've heard of VR.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
kidding with you.
it's super. No, I know you fucking. With me. But it's cool. I enjoy it, but it's obviously cheap. You can tell that it's like it's the first version of it, so you can tell like the virtual reality is kind of fucked up, but I enjoyed it, bro. I enjoy it. I don't play it anymore, to be honest. I haven't played it in a while. It's just the way it's built, because it has all the wires and shit. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too bulky. But like I almost got the Oculus, the new one that's like completely wireless and stuff. But I decided against it because it was too much money, and I was like, I'm not really gonna spend money on that.
They're expensive, dude.
Yeah, and
they're like what, like over $1,000 for a single like piece, like the actual piece, or like
yeah. Well, the Oculus, the new one that was coming out, was maybe $500, bro. I think it was $499.
So that's pretty expensive.
It's pretty expensive, and honestly, if I would spend that type of money, I would get something that I think would be more handy in life, which would be something that's augmented reality. You know? Which nothing that's out right now is even that helpful in life.
You have like your shitty little apps that like, hey, there's a little man jumping on your knee, or
which is stupid as fuck. Yeah,
like, you don't have no use for that.
Yeah, but I have tried. My buddy actually, shout out Michael Hawkins Hawk. He's a military guy. He shout out the U.S. military. He had the Microsoft HoloLens. Bro, that shit was legit. Like, it was way too bulky.
Is that like the Google Glass? Like
Google Glass, but bigger, a little bigger.
Remember when that was like a thing?
Yeah,
Google Glass,
yeah.
and it just like died out.
Yeah, and they should have kept working on it because I think that's pretty fucking interesting. Like, that was something I was really.
They're way ahead of their time.
Yeah, and that's what happened. It was when augmented reality wasn't even there yet, But yeah, he had the Microsoft HoloLens, and it's the same shit as a Google Glass. But I tried it out, dude, and it was fucking cool, man. It was cool having shit, like, there's a game, and it was having shit crawl out of the walls, and we're eating at Eureka, and we're chilling at Eureka, and I'm looking at the walls through these fucking glasses, and there's fucking shit crawling out, and you gotta fucking shoot it and shit or whatever, and I don't remember how I was doing. I don't remember the game really that much, but it was pretty cool. I think augmented reality is definitely more useful. I think it'll be something that could be used actually in life, and virtual reality is cool, like for video games and shit. But outside of video games, like, what are you gonna do? You can't walk around and not see the fucking world. You know, like, it doesn't make sense. You know.
Well, you know what the like Halo, for example. You know how like you can have your HUD. Like, it shows your health and like what guns you have. And
that's
all that.
what interests me. I think augmented reality has a lot of I've talked about an app, and since I only have 100 viewers, so fuck it. If you guys want to steal my idea, fuck it. I've talked about an app, and where like you get points for your everyday life. So it's almost like a journal. And then if it got so good to where we could have an augmented reality app, you'd be walking around with these glasses or whatever, and it'd be like, oh, you went to the gym, so like while you're working out, it just out of nowhere it'd pop up like, oh, plus 50 points. Or
it's like a little achievement, like the
Xbox like Grand Theft Auto or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, like you're getting achievements for everything you're doing, and it's almost like making life a game, and I think that's gonna happen in the future. And when that shit happens, and it's not involved with me, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. Because
hey, this is evidence right here that Troy Roberts thought of that first.
Yeah,
he thought of it first.
And I think people would love that shit, dude. Like, cause people like love games, and like, especially if your life is a game and you get to keep track of all your achievements, and it's almost like a life journal. You know, it can almost like keep you grounded just by like keeping track of what you're doing on the daily and make sure you're a good person. You know, like, you're like, if you're not doing shit, it's like, all right, well, fuck, I'm not getting no points. I'm not doing anything with my life. Like, I'm literally just sitting at home. I'm not helping anybody out. And it's like, oh, you gave a homeless person, you know, like some change or whatever. Oh, 10 points. Like, oh, I did something, you know? Like, it makes you feel like you're a better person. And it seems like over and over again, you're kind of like, oh, okay, like, oh, I'm actually a good person. I've done something. Weird-ass idea, but I feel like
it's not that weird. So there's actually like a couple studies of There's one study that comes to mind where they were there's some right there in the fridge.
You want one?
Yeah, I'm running low on this one.
I'll pop both of them.
Did we finish up the 6-pack already?
We got.
Oh shit, we finished the 6-pack already.
Yeah, we're about to be done right now. Perfect.
Hey, Lagunitas, like I said,
dude,
please sponsor 100 podcasts.
Or Angry Orchard. I don't got them right now, but I love Angry Orchard too, so I like those.
We'll show the logos right here. There's not going to be a copyright. We got a little something.
Yeah.
Lagunitas.
Shout out. These are pretty good, honestly, bro.
Yeah, they're not bad.
You always drink these or what?
Yeah, they're my go-to Lagunitas. Thank you. Appreciate it. What was I just saying? Oh, okay. So there's a study that comes to mind. For the subjects in particular were kids with ADHD, and they were figuring out what type of learning methods that they could subject the kids to, so that they can take the most out of their learning, so that could be most effective. And they figured out that so there's 2 conditions for this study, this little experiment that they had. One study was that they were learning stuff and they were supposed to reply back to what they were learning, it's a little memory task. One set of students, they had a little game, a little video game that they were playing, and when they were remembering stuff correctly, there would be a little dude on the computer screen. They'll be like, hey, you're doing okay, you're not fucking up, and things like that. And
good job.
Yeah, it's good job, and it would progress to a little boss fight, fight bosses and stuff like that. So it turned into a video game, but they were still learning stuff. And then the other group of students, they weren't doing anything. It was just a little computer program. They were just learning stuff off of.
Yeah.
Long story short, the group of students that played it where they had a little video game and all the rewards and stuff like that, they actually retained the information better than the group of students that just took it without a video game.
Because it was a little funner. It was a little more interesting for them, obviously.
Yeah. It's a little reward system, what we were talking about earlier. You know, with your schedule, and hey, I'm gonna go work out for the day. I'm gonna go mail this letter. I'm gonna go to class, yada yada, and then I'm gonna smoke, or stuff.
And what kept you? Because I did that. Obviously, I got my associate's degree, which is whatever. It's 2 years,
Still a degree.
It's a degree.
Still a degree.
Yeah, I feel like okay, college I don't think is that important if you're not if you're not trying to be a doctor or something like that. But I think going to college is important just for you to get some wisdom, get a little bit of life experience, just to be able to kind of grow up a little bit. And so, even getting an associate's degree, something in college, I think is definitely beneficial.
Yeah.
But what kept you, obviously, like you said, the reward system, but how did you stay focused for so many years, bro? And, straight out of high school, how'd you, not fuck up at all? How'd you go from high school and just, I know what I want to do and just do it right from the jump and just go, because obviously you're just you have it. I don't know if you skipped the beat. It doesn't seem like it, but how do you? It doesn't seem like.
I like that sentence that you just said. It doesn't seem like it, because my freshman year after my high school, I'm gonna be really honest with you, about a lot of things here. Mm-hmm. So in high school, I never had one sip of alcohol in high school ever. I didn't smoke weed or anything. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't drink beer. The only beer that I drank was for my cousin's birthday, but it was just a sip of Coors or something like that, and that was it. I didn't do any of that shit in high school. The minute that I got into college, my roommate, he was this small. So we live in the dorms, and my parents moved me in, and everything is all hunky dory, and then they all left. And then they just, that was it. That was me on my own for the first time. In my entire life, that was just me living by myself.
Yep.
So my roommate, he's this little dude. And I say little, but he's 5'9". So that's little for us, but, for other
he's
people.
He's kind of average, I guess.
Yeah,
size.
Yeah. So, but he's also, pretty skinny. So, I'd say he's, probably, 150 pounds, 140 pounds wet or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And this fool was I was still gonna. All right. I thought it was all right.
It's just gotta take it. Keep going.
He was the first night that we stayed in the dorms, there was a 7-Eleven that was a walk away from our dorms in Long Beach, and this guy's like, "Hey Charles, that's your name, right?" And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, sitting here trying to play like my little computer game or something like that. And he's like, hey, you want to go to 7-Eleven to get beer? And me and my like naive ass, I'm just like, you're not 21, are you? You're like 18 or 17, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm only 17. We can't get beer. And he's like, dude, I got a fake ID. And he shows me his fake ID. It's from Lansing, Michigan. So he has a Michigan ID. And we go to the 7-Eleven, we go to the store, and we get beer. And we come back, we get an entire 30 rack of Coors or something like that. And
this is your first night there?
Yeah, this is my first night. My first night in college.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the move-in date was the Saturday, 2 Saturdays before you actually started the semester, so that you can get accustomed to Long Beach in 1 week before you actually start
What school were you at?
Long Beach State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I guess I should have guessed that. You're at Long Beach.
That's no worries.
Fucking idiot. Don't fucking the comments. Don't like give me too hard. It's alright.
Nah, dude. It's fine. There was like we walked down to 7-Eleven, and I was just like I walked into the store and I was all bright eyed and I was very naive and I was like, holy shit, we're actually gonna get beer. So Dave, that was my roommate's name, Dave. Yeah. He went to the beer section. He got like a 30 rack of beer. And he went up to me, he was like, just play it cool, walk back, or walk out of the store, and just like chill there. So I walked out of the store and chilled like, a little bit away, like on the street corner, because this 7-Eleven is like literally like the street corner away from
right away. Right away.
So I was just like chilling on the corner, and he bought the beer.
It's literally like a walk away.
Yeah. It was like a 5-minute walk away, like the 7-Eleven right here. He comes out with a 30 rack, and I'm just like, with my face, I'm just like I'm all surprised. I'm just like, how did you get that beer? And he was like, cause my fake ID. I told you, I'm 22 right now, even though this guy's only 18. But he looked 22 because of his hair and because of his mustache.
Yeah.
But he's like, our age, like during that time. And I was just like, oh shit.
And you're tripping out. You're a youngin'. So
yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. This was my first experience with it ever, because I was a bit of a square in high school, like growing up. I hung out and stuff like that, but I never, like I told you, never drank alcohol or anything like that. Long story short, first night moving to Long Beach, I got drunk as hell and threw up. Threw my guts out after I think like 6 beers. Six beers of Coors Light.
Yeah, you Coors get drunk fucking fast.
Yeah. And he was like, the Wizard Staff game?
No, never played that.
You take your cans of Coors Light, whatever beer that you're drinking, you finish that, and then you get another beer. You get duct tape or whatever type of tape, you like tape it around the beer. And you have that, and you finish your beer, so on and so forth. Every beer that you finish, you like duct tape it. Yeah. And whoever has the longest staff at the end of the night, you guys like fight each other with that shit. And like whoever's like staff, like wins, you win. But really, it's like whoever has the longest staff.
That seems like a
you win.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Like,
it's dumb, but like you like you tape all your beers at the end. It just shows you how much beer.
It's like such a waste of time, dog.
It's pretty fun with you. Like when you're drunk, you go and have shit to do in your dorm. You're just like chilling. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna do that. So.
And you're a doctor.
Hey, I did some dumb shit in college.
I was just fucking around.
I did some dumb shit in college. I did some dumb shit in high school.
So full circle, motherfucker.
It's full circle.
Let's go, full circle. So, what kind of type of doctor do you want to be, bro? Let's get back to the fucking main thing here. What do you want to be, man?
Let me finish this beer.
You did.
And
now we're on to the last
get the other
one.
beer. You're already on the last one. I'm falling behind right here. Falling behind.
We're good.
So, what I noticed with podcasts is like not a whole lot of people like, drink a lot besides Dejan and Kenya and stuff like that.
Yeah, everybody else
really like
so
because
everybody else is so worked up, like because it makes them nervous. It makes me nervous every time, but it's like. Whatever, dog. Like whatever. Like I'm just talking to you.
We have like we almost finished an entire 6-pack. Like we can just line that up right now for the viewers.
Well, we did really. We're about to right now. But yeah, people get all worked up and they get all a little sketched out. But some people are pretty good. Like Gleason, I feel like did a pretty good job. He was just straight on talking about all kind. Like I love when somebody can just like. Excuse me.
The beer burps.
I love when somebody can just elaborate, you know, like when I ask them something and then they can just elaborate and tell me a story or something like you bring up like you brought up like just something that's interesting, like something that's different, like the punk rock, you know, like you talk about the punk rock straight edge scene, you know, like shit like that. Like that's what I like. That's what makes this podcast flow, you know, when you just stick to exactly what I ask. It feels like an interview, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
It's not. Okay, never mind. It doesn't feel like an interview.
I don't want it. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't like some. Like I get it. You know, I'm asking you questions.
It's
like
just a chill atmosphere.
Exactly. We're kicking it with the homies, and that's how I want it to be.
Conversation.
I feel like people enjoy this shit. People are starting to enjoy it. I think because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you almost have 100 subs.
And I have 50 something on YouTube.
But it's growing right now.
Yeah, it is.
I already subbed to you on YouTube. I subbed to you on YouTube, Spotify.
Let's go, dog. Really? I just got told by another person they subscribed to me on Spotify. Shout out, dog.
What's the main website that you use for your podcast? The Anchor?
Oh, Anchor? Yeah.
I didn't sub to you on that yet.
Because you don't need to. I don't even really. that's where I post my. That's where I do all the work. Like, I do all the background shit. Like, on the Anchor, that's how I post the audio. That's how it gets to Apple Podcasts and all that. I'd rather you subscribe on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, something that's
Apple.
Something that's big, you know?
I do Spotify and YouTube, that's it.
Yeah, but YouTube. YouTube is the main one, because the goal, obviously, if anybody is on YouTube, the goal is to get 1,000 subs. Get 1,000 subscribers and then get monetized. Exactly. Hey. Exactly. We all know what it is. And if you're somebody that's listening to my shit, how hard is it to hit the subscribe button? Let's be honest. It's not hard. You're just being a bitch. If you're not subscribed.
Especially nowadays. With the quarantine. I know all of you ain't doing shit.
We're quarantined, bro.
Everybody that's not in an essential business is not doing shit right now.
And yeah, bro, I kind of, I've talked about it in the past, I enjoy us talking about shit, and I enjoy kind of the journey of our life, and it's kind of interesting talking about our lives, because we're in the middle of the journey. Like Joe Rogan, for example, they're kind of at the end. They've already done it all, you know, and we're in the middle of figuring it out, and I kind of like talking to people, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of you guys that I talk to that end up figuring it out and getting big. And, I like talking to you guys before it happens. You know? It's interesting for me.
I like that.
Exactly.
You can get that interest going.
That's why I like talking. Because we're youngins, you know? We're 20, in our mid-20s, we're not like every other podcast where everybody's old and fucking... And not that I'm hating on them, because I listen to Joe Rogan every day. But, you know, they're grown. You know, they're grown. They got millions. They got all the money and shit, and we don't, you know? And I just like seeing what we're planning on doing. And then I'm sure there's plenty of people that are going to fail, but there's plenty of people that are going to succeed. So I just like seeing the homies that are going to succeed.
I think now besides the quarantine and the social distancing and what's going on right now, I think that now is the perfect time for for podcasts, especially for the 100 podcasts.
There's a little bit too many to be straight. Yeah. There's a lot of podcasts out there, but I've done mine for a little while. I've had it for I think over a year now, or pretty close to a year.
But with the people that, the people that you bring on to your podcast, you get to really dig deep into what keeps them, for current times, for example, the pandemic, you get to dig deep into what people, keep themselves busy with when they're not working, number one. They're supposed to stay in home, number two. And, they if they're not working and they're staying at home, then, there's a whole bunch of things that really tell you what type of person that guy or that girl or what they are, non-binary for the non-binary people, he, she, they.
We're in Palm Springs area, so shout out to all the fucking people that are whatever you want to be.
Whatever you identify yourself as.
I love all you guys.
If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you.
That's my
mantra, yeah. It really shows you what type of person they are that keeps them busy when they're locked up in their house. Yeah. For example, with me, me locked up in my house, you're telling me that the gyms are closed, that I can't go outside unless I'm buying essential groceries or if I'm visiting a family, then I'm gonna do what keeps me busy, and what I have fun with. And the two main things that keep me busy and what I have fun with while I'm in this quarantine, for example, is playing video games. Actually, three: playing video games, making music, or hanging out with my family.
Okay.
Yeah, because playing video games that's a given. I can go on my computer and like I just told you, I can play video games for days. But for music, for example, I used to, I don't know if you know this or not, but I used to go and I dabble a little bit in like music production and like recording and stuff like that.
I did not know that, but I obviously was hoping at some point to get into the music because I know you play you play guitar.
Yeah.
So I've seen you play guitar, obviously. So I was gonna ask you about your.
I'm not good at it, but I play guitar.
But
I dabble.
I've seen you play guitar on Instagram, so can you just shout out your Instagram real quick for me?
Yeah, my Insta is Charles Silva Jr. And that's just my full name. You know, Troy can tag it at the end, but yeah, that's just my Instagram.
Charles Silva Jr. Let's go, shout out, homie. Let's go. But yeah, so you were in producing music a little bit?
Music production a little bit, yeah. So I had a band in college. We played punk rock.
You played in the band, or you were okay?
I played in a band.
Okay.
We're called Crash 81, and we on Facebook before we deleted our Facebook page, we had about 800 followers. So 800 doesn't sound like that much. It's not 1,000.
That's pretty good, but why did you guys delete it? What happened?
We deleted it because there was some shit that went down with one of our fans, one of our followers, and they. Long story short, they reported us to Facebook for some bullshit. We recorded a video, and it was like a little joke video, but we used somebody else's music, and they got us copyrighted.
Wow! So there's been a hater. Really.
Yeah. So she wasn't that nice, so we just decided we weren't gonna have any of that drama, and we didn't have that many people. It was only 800 people, so we closed the Facebook page down. But I did have a band in college. Punk rock is pretty cool. We played a bunch of venues around Long Beach. We played at multiple bars. We played at this bar in Long Beach called Dip Piazzas, which is like a pizza bar. Literally, it was a pizza bar. The main food there was pizza. And then the other side of the bar, there's two sections of the place. They had a little bar, and they had like a little performance area for bands. We played there on the daily. We played at Chain Reaction in Anaheim. We played at the Gas Lamp in Long Beach. So
you guys were actually moving around.
Yeah,
you were trying to grind.
We were trying to grind. And then when all that bullshit happened, we were just like, all right, fuck it. We're just gonna, play music by ourselves. But I have a little bit of experience with music production and stuff because we know a guy that knows a guy that knows Los Angeles and stuff like that.
So you kind of had it in a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a couple studios that we visited in Carson City, and there was one studio that we visited in Santa Monica that we were recording music. And I downloaded the same programs and stuff, and when I was, recording music by myself, I would use the same program and just make music for myself, but I wouldn't share it with anybody. I don't share it with anybody because, I don't think it's that good. But, I'll just, listen to it by myself. I have it on my phone. I was just listen to my own music. I don't know if that's weird, if that sounds weird or not, but I listen to my own music, but I don't share it with anybody.
Yeah, that's interesting. I get you.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you're putting in the work. Obviously, you're gonna listen to your own music.
I want to start it again because of the quarantine. Because I don't have shit to do, so I want to start recording music.
What would your favorite? What would your genre be if it was just you? What would you do?
Honestly, so I have another friend. His name is Tristan, and he and I are recording music at the moment.
Okay.
And he's making the beats. He's making the bass and the beats, and it's pretty much like trap, but with guitar on top of that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I like
trap. I get you. Music. It's like instrumental trap.
So it's like a little hype, but it's got some guitar in it.
You got the 808s and the hi-hats and stuff like that.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but yeah. I'm just kidding.
You got that. You got that.
Is I grew up when I was a kid, dude. I played piano. Like I played piano, and I was like in. Like,
I never knew that.
I was in.
You
fucking,
mean to tell me that I played football with you for 4 years, and I never knew that?
Yeah, I played piano, and then I was like, after like I don't even know how long, maybe a couple years. I was like, Mom, I'm not doing this shit. I'm playing sports. Like, just leave. I'm not doing piano. And then after now I wish I played piano because it's like, fuck, dude, that's such like a. Like, damn, I get so much pussy just playing piano. Just singing or something.
I get so much pussy playing. Hey, all you piano players out there.
Like, come on.
You heard it from Troy here first.
Shout out, dude.
Elton John, where are you at?
Shout out any piano player, any guitar player, any drummer, dog. Like, you guys are all getting bitches, you know.
What if you got Elton John to support your podcast?
Shit, dude. Anybody, man. Fucking any big name, dog. I'd appreciate it. This is a good podcast, so
it is.
I don't know why you guys would hate it if you guys are hating on it.
There's no hating involved. I don't think there has to be.
There hasn't been. You know what? I shouldn't even say it because I'm gonna get one now. But I haven't gotten a dislike yet on YouTube. I've gotten all likes, and I'm gonna dislike
every one of your videos now that you're talking about. I'm gonna dislike all of your shit now. Exactly. You're welcome.
I shouldn't have said that because I made it through 21 episodes, and I had 0 dislikes. But I'm gonna get a couple dislikes now. But you know, shout out to the people that liked all my videos. I appreciate it.
Continue liking his videos. I want to be the one and only one that will dislike his videos. Yeah. So if I see any other dislikes on his videos, I'm gonna find you.
I know you're just a fucking hater.
They're not even a hater. I'm gonna find you.
You're gonna find them.
I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna do something bad. I can't say that.
So you're in the middle of playing music right now. Do you guys have a band name?
No, we don't have a band name. It's just like a little project. So what
are you guys gonna think of a band name? Because are you gonna think of are you guys gonna come out with an album, or do you guys have
that's the plan?
Like an idea when you're gonna drop the album?
Probably sometime soon.
Are you going to give me an album so I can put it on my podcast and I can shout it out on
play in the background or something like that? So it's gonna be instrumental, so it's not gonna bug into your podcast.
I'm just saying if you have if you drop a little CD or something, I could have the CD sitting right here somewhere.
Yeah, I mean it's like
I can shout you guys out.
The album or play that we're gonna do is just so we're just sending each other tracks. He sends me beat tracks. I'll lay a little guitar on top of that, or I'll lay a little guitar and I'll send it to him and make some beats and stuff like that. Uh-huh. So right now we have, I'm not gonna call them songs, but we have 15 tracks right now that we have going on right now, and little plays and stuff like that. We'll probably, I'd say within the, because he's also a professional. He's literally a professional musician. He's going to go to Scotland this fall and get his master's in music performance.
So he's into music. Music is his.
Yeah,
that's his
he's actually into music. He's playing at the conservatory in Scotland, so he's going to be a professional musician while learning music on the side. He's getting his master's. But in Scotland and in the UK, music is pretty big over there.
So how the fuck do you go to music, and how are you so passionate about music, passionate about being, because we still haven't figured out what type of doctor you want to be. We haven't gotten to the answer, but
I'm dancing around that topic.
Yeah, but how are you so passionate about wanting to be a doctor? How are you so passionate about even working out? You have so many passions. How do you do that on the daily?
Passions. I think it all it circles back to balance. What we were talking about earlier. With balance.
Yeah. You just kind of not to give too much to any one thing.
Yeah. Since I started playing guitar when I was in 5th grade, so that was when I was 10 years old. And I'm 24 right now. So it's kind of, I started the Christmas before, so it's off. But I've been playing guitar for about 13 years, so ever since 5th grade. But I've been playing sports and all that since I was 4. I started t-ball when I was 4 and stuff like that. So it's always been a natural balance, just playing guitar and playing music. Because my dad got me into both. He got me into playing baseball. He got me into playing football. He got me into playing guitar and all that. So. Obviously, I was a daddy's boy. I was so
you're going whatever he wanted.
Yeah, everything that my dad really enjoyed, because my dad played guitar too. He played guitar for a while and he still does, but he dabbles in it every time and then. And I wanted to do everything that my dad did. So like he played baseball. He was in the minors for the Dodgers. I wanted to play baseball.
Really? Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah, he was in the minors for the Dodgers, and he threw his arm out. And
so he's a pitcher.
He didn't want to have the surgery. Yeah, left-handed or left-hander.
Oh, lefty. I was a lefty too. Shout out lefties.
Yeah. Did you pitch left and bat right, or did you pitch left and bat
lefty
left?
And lefty?
Oh,
lefty,
okay.
lefty.
I hated people like you. Actually, you know what? I like people like you. I liked left-handed pitchers because they were pretty easy for a right-hander.
That's how I feel like too. When people talk like, "Oh, lefties are so good," I was like, "Righties can totally see where."
I could throw a slider right in the lower left corner. You wouldn't be able to hit that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about if you're hitting, because I was gonna say if you're hitting, you can totally see from.
Oh, I was talking about pitching.
You can see my release point, because I'm not throwing like right, like because if you're a righty, you're standing and the righty's throwing almost like right at you. Yeah, it feels like I'm throwing from way over here on the side.
Well, no, I would not throw a fastball at a lefty hitter. I would not throw a fastball at a lefty hitter.
But I was pretty good at hitting, but what I was good at, dude, was pickoffs, dude, first base.
Yeah.
I'd be nasty. I'd fucking throw that shit. I'd look at fucking home plate and I'd just shoot.
Would you do the Kershaw where you like do like that little that angle and then just like throw it at them?
Yes, dude. And I get people every time, bro. Like I'd pick somebody off every game. Like that was my shit.
Because it wasn't the 45-degree angle. As long as
45
you didn't break that, yeah,
exactly. You fucking know.
It, yeah.
Yep, 45. And that's weird. Anybody that played travel ball would know because it's annoying.
Oh, travel ball was a fucking different beast. Travel ball was like MLB for the pony leagues, dude.
For kids, dude. Yeah, and I played.
You Triple SA, you played for that, right? You Triple SA.
I played for them. Yeah, I played for that. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of different organizations that you would play for.
I don't think you knew this, but I played with a lot of baseball people that were in elementary and middle school, and I played. You remember have you ever played for the Storm? Did you play?
I played for the Bulldogs.
You played for the Bulldogs.
I was their lefty pitcher.
Did you ever play against the Longhorns?
Yep, played against the Longhorns.
I was on the Longhorns.
Yeah,
I was on this team with people like Zach Boeto.
Yep.
Austin Dunphy. Let's see who else.
It was basically the Longhorns, the Storm, and the Bulldogs that were in the Valley.
That was the three big travel teams in the Valley.
Yeah. And anybody that knows the Coachella Valley, they played, and you were around, and you would have seen.
You guys played at Colorado? We played at Colorado in the World Series.
We played in St. Louis, in Oklahoma. There's another one we played in that was pretty big. But it was Oklahoma and St. Louis. We were supposed to go to Cooperstown or something one year, but we didn't go.
I think the Longhorns went to Cooperstown. But that was after I played.
Yeah, I grew up in Blythe, bro. I was coming from Blythe, honestly. I was playing for the Bulldogs, and I would drive out like 3-4 days a week from Blythe, dude. So like an hour and a half, I would drive out, dude. I didn't have no fucking life, dog. I came out and played baseball for like every day. I had 2 days of just
baseball. Baseball just kept everybody together.
Yeah, I had 2 days of practice, and then I had a batting practice, and then I would have like tournaments, and shit like that. And so I would come out from Blythe, and I'd drive an hour and a half. So I'd be like right from school. I'd go to drive from Blythe, drive over there, practice, get done with practice, fall asleep on the way home, go to bed, go to school the next morning, just do that shit over again, bro. It was fucking wild.
That was the life, dude.
Yeah, dude. Child ball.
Or like go to like the batting cages and
don't be fucking turning off. What the fuck's fucking around? Oh no.
Hey, this is a short break for all the microphone, the audio people, because the camera fucked up, but the audio is still going on. Still going on strong right now.
Exactly, for real, dude. This is.
I didn't think my phone would have that much memory, but we're still going on. We're still going on.
What the fuck, dude?
This is a quick break. This is this is from our sponsored messages here. You want me to actually pause the podcast?
No, keep going.
Okay, all right.
We're good. Because I'm about to pause. We're gonna end it right now.
Wait, actually pause it because I need to find the restroom.
No, pause it. We're gonna end it right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right, homie, chill out. Chill out.
I needed to use the restroom.
No, you're good.
Did you delete the videos?
No, I got our video.
Because I want to be featured on your next podcast, or not literally the next one, but I want to do part two.
We're gonna end it right now.
I want to do part two.
This is episode 22 of Dated.
I'm faded too.
We're gonna finish it with
this is a special episode because you know what? We finished an entire 6-pack.
This was an hour and a half already.
Troy's been hitting his vape pen the entire time. We're both faded right now.
We're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish this just audio. So if you guys get to listen to this just audio, you guys just fucking live.
Hey, you want give him the beer clink? Give him the beer clink. Woo!
It was a good podcast, and it went way longer than the hour that I usually do because this is the homie. So shout out. Let's go. End of the episode 22. CJ Silva. 100 podcast. I'll catch you guys.
You're another day. You're already slurring the word.
I know. Peace out, bro. Peace out. Wait, where's the end at?
You gotta hit the end. They're gonna get that on the podcast, right?
They're gonna get that.
This will be the outtakes right now.